Well, Scott, thanks to our friends over at Xbox Canada and Paramount, we have access to Halo Episode 7. This is it. This is this thumbnail you see right now. The pic of Kwan is all we have for assets. However, we have seen the episodes. Scott, what's your first impressions of Episode 7, Inheritance?
Well, I have to say that it kind of started off on a weird foot. I'm not really certain why we're bouncing around all these different characters, and yeah, I'm not sure where the chief is at this moment. You know, it kind of left us on a weird hang, and getting into the episode, it took me probably about 15 minutes before I was like sitting down. Okay, now I'm ready to absorb.
Yeah, it took a while for you to understand what was going on, right? Episode 6 left on such a cliffhanger, and you were waiting for that to get in here, and it didn't happen at all. Instead, you got this like side quest experience instead, and it starts off so confusing. You have Kwan, you have Soren in this basically this entire episode. This is their coming of truth sort of moment, and where you get to see why Kwan is here, what her backstory is, and that's really the shining moment. And now you understand why the side character is placed within the world of Halo, because she's not canon or anything to do with the games themselves, but with the episode, you know, you find out why she's actually here. And I think this is, it's good, but at the same time, dude, I was kind of lukewarm on this whole episode.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for the action to start, but it's not like there is no action. I don't want to give the wrong impression here. There is. Yeah. But it took a while to kind of round that back. And getting into the characters I thought was interesting, but I'm not really certain where these kind of characters fit into the overall kind of arcing story that they're going for. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, from my experience with the game, I don't know this character. Okay, I don't know this one. I don't know that one. But what they did do pretty interestingly was give them a personality. So you have Kwan, and she's kind of rowdy, not yet settled, not quite focused, and that was interesting. But then you have the opposite with Soren, where he's very focused. He knows what he's all about, and there was some interesting little scenes that I thought established his character really strongly. I was a fan of Soren immediately.
No, absolutely. This was Kwan's coming out story moment, I think. It took 7 episodes to get here, but we finally understand why Kwan is who she is, why she's here within the game, or within the show and episode this time. And it actually proves that she might actually be a viable character moving forward within the world of Halo, right? I'm definitely excited to see where else she moves within this. And then, as you said with Soren, he's just this, he's you don't mess with me kind of scenario, right? And he's there, you can tell he was a former Spartan, and things are going down and he's not having it. So it was cool to see. Overall, Scott, though, it ended rather weak. It was kind of a bit of a cheese moment, right? We've had cliffhanger. Yeah, absolutely. We've had cliffhanger, and then the way it ended is just kind of all right, whatever kind of moment, right? This wasn't one of the highlights for me. It was more of that side quest scenario with the Halo season this year so far. Scott, overall, what are you wrapping up episode 7 with, my friend?
Well, it was a little light on the action, but we did get some action, and I appreciate that. There's a few scenes that really stick out to me, but I can't speak of them right now. I'm wondering if people will have the same reaction that I did. I like where these two characters are going, and I really hope that they kind of interact with the main cast a little bit more. Yeah. But I'm quite satisfied with the way they put them to the forefront. I'm with a 7.5. There's a few things that I would have done differently, but I'm no director.
I'm definitely a little bit lower than you. The beginning one for me was confusing. This is what I said. It's a side quest within the story of Halo in this season. And then it ended kind of just on a fluff. So for me, I just want to get back to the main story, more with Chief and where that's going with Halsey, and get into the real meat of Halo season. So to get back there is kind of where I'm looking forward to. And this one was just kind of, it almost feels like it was tossed in just so you get a better understanding of these two particular characters. Overall for me, 6.5.